A focal point of this exhibition is a large, hourglass-shaped sculpture by Neri Ward titled Woman. Created in the early 1990s, the artwork is formed from multi-layered strips of fire hoses. Ward's early sculptural installations were made of discarded materials collected in his New York City neighborhood. He recontextualizes found objects in order to confront social and political issues surrounding poverty, consumer culture, and the Black experience in America. Ward makes us see things in new ways and intentionally leaves the meaning of his work open, allowing the viewer to provide their own interpretation. He has said about his practice that his materials are overlooked or seen so much that they're taken for granted. But there's something about using them that animates them to tell a story, by using the familiar to bring the viewer into another experiential space. Louise Bourgeois is one of the most eminent artists of the 20th century. She was a prolific painter and printmaker and is recognized for her psychologically charged works. Shown here is her 1994 suite of etchings titled Autobiographical Series. In these images, Bourgeois transforms ordinary moments of daily life and considers universal themes of motherhood, fear, memory, and the body. One of the most compelling images is of a large and small open blade scissors, stacked and joined together by a looping line. Bourgeois made a similar drawing in 1986, of which she said, "This should be titled the umbilical cord, the cord that ties the little one to the big one." With this and other pictures, the series reads like intimate diary reflections and are a powerful statement on motherhood and domesticity. Also on view are 2 new black and white photographs by Seattle artist Isaac Layman. For the past 20 years, Layman has created astonishingly vivid photographic constructions of objects that focus almost exclusively on things inside his home. Layman continues to expand his practice, but maintains his interest in creating the visual experience of semantic satiation, a psychological phenomenon in which repetition causes a word or phrase to temporarily lose meaning to the listener. His images have this similar effect and seem to transform through extended periods of concentrated viewing. The longer one looks at the household object or cast shadows, the more they become unknown, peculiar, and intriguing. Malia Jensen's digital video Python was created during an artist residency at Glean, a juried art program that taps into the creativity of artists to inspire people to think about their consumption habits, the waste they generate, and the resources they throw away. Artists are challenged to expand their existing studio practice by making work from the materials gleaned from the Metro Central transfer station. Jensen's video is an uncanny and mesmerizing elegy to a housefly, floating, falling, failing, struggling, and surviving inside a water tank. The artist's close-up shots and perspectives make the visuals appear simultaneously hyperreal and abstract. Malia Jensen's multimedia practice includes sculpture, video, and drawing, and her work explores human and natural world phenomena through visual metaphors. Her recent works consider themes surrounding our connections or lack of connection with the natural world. Throughout his career, Portland artist Mario Gallucci has maintained a painting, drawing, and sculpture practice. In the drawings included in this exhibition, Gallucci uses gouache, acrylic, water-soluble crayon, and colored pencils on paper to focus on a kind of ready-made realism of happenstance observation. In this body of work, the artist considers the kind of intimacy embedded in the transient moments of domestic life, and his detailed drawings preserve their memory. He does this in images ranging from a child's carefully laid out collection of rocks or shells, the absurd placement of toys, or capturing a fleeting moment of ephemerality in a delicate spider web forming on the side view mirror of the family car parked in the driveway. Claire Cowie and Leo Berk's sculptural collaboration, titled Endless Hug, is a mixed media work of repurposed materials inspired by ancient Byzantine niches. The work was created during their recent residency at Mad Art Studio in Seattle during the fall of 2021, and explores each of the artist's aesthetic sensibilities, their shared experience as partners, and a common interest in material reuse. The resulting work features Berk's architectural multi-scale encasements with Cowie's brightly colored and playfully idiosyncratic human-sized figures nestled inside them. Their creative decisions were a response to ecological issues and material waste, and conceptually tied to human experiences of adaptation and the desire to embrace happenstance possibilities in the everyday.